Hello, welcome. We'll be starting in about 4 minutes. Thank you for joining. Right, here we go. Welcome, welcome, everyone. My name is Cindy. I'm at Simply Cindy. Um, I am a psychic medium. I have a lot of tools in my basket, as you guys hear me say. But if you've never seen me before, check out some of my stuff. I do a lot of astrology. I used to do a lot of tarot. I'm bringing that back. But I do mediumship, hypnosis, all kinds of stuff. Um, so tonight, and I'm probably going to start making this a thing because I've been doing it for like 2, 3 weeks now, I think. Um, Tonight on lives on Tuesdays, I'm going to be doing energy readings. So, and I've opened it up to mediumship. So if somebody comes through for you, I did meditate and I am open to it. So, I don't charge for any of this when I do it live, but you are welcome to buy me coffee. And so that's kind of up to you. It helps me continue to do this. And yeah, so I can continue to do this. So I'm just kind of waiting for people to join. Let me make sure everything is locked. So yeah, there we go. So let me know if you guys can hear me well. Um, Please just let me know in the chat that you can hear me well. Do I need to get closer to the mic? Um, my camera setting is off right now. Um, so just kind of let me know. Yeah, am I glitching like I was last time? Can you hear me well? I can move up closer to the mic. But I kind of have to stay. I'm sitting a little bit further because I have to, as I channel, sometimes I'll write stuff down as I'm channeling. So, uh, yeah, let's just kind of wait. See who shows up. This is kind of an off time for me. Usually I come on way later or earlier in the day. So, I'm trying to vary it and do different times so that different people can get access to this. As I'm building again, like everyone else, we're all building. So, if you're here, if you're here and you can let me know, um, if you can hear me, if you can give me hearts, or if you don't want to say it, hearts will be fine too. I am getting over laryngitis, so I may have to mute the mic for a second and cough. So I apologize. Yeah, I think I'm really like off. There we go. It's because I'm a lefty, so kind of putting this. Yeah. Mm, yeah. So from my point of view, I see that only two people are here. Maybe there's more and I don't know, because I am going through a stream, uh, a third party. So I need you to say something or let me know if you're here, because from my point of view, there's only me and another, myself and another. Sorry. Hey, Rodney, how are you? Wow, thanks for coming over. That's so sweet of you. That's funny. Good. So, for those of you that are watching later, um, I don't do TikTok. I only do YouTube right now, because I'm building my channel back up. Anyway, TikTok is for entertainment, and we're all Gen X, right? So, my generation is Generation X, and as you guys know or might have heard, we're all coming together. So I've gotten a chance to like meet people like Roddy, and he's so sweet that he's come over to my channel and supported me. That's very kind of you, even though it's a way different genre. I know a lot of people want me to do TikTok, and I don't want to do it yet. I will do it at some point. I just haven't decided if I want to do the same genre or because to me, TikTok is just a fun place where we can all gather and figure stuff out. Um, so I'm doing well. I'm doing better. My voice is much better, but I'm still coughing. Um, so are you on the East Coast, West Coast, Central? Is it late for you over there or over wherever you're at? Because I'm on the West Coast. So it's 11 here. Oh, you are in Cali. So I lived in Cali 25, no, almost 30 years. And I just moved. I just moved. That's why I'm building my channel again because I had to move by my daughter. So I'm up here in Oregon, which is way different than Cali. So I lived in San Diego. Anyway, it's way different up here, but a lot slower pace. I mean, I'm a city girl, so um, anyway, it's nice to know that I've got fellow Cali, fellow Cali people here. It's a beautiful place, like where I'm at. The problem is finding a place to live because there's just it's not built for a lot of people, which is why it's so beautiful. Because Cali people haven't ruined it. Yeah, so I am a Cali person too. I just am in Oregon now. I've been here, what is it? 5 months now? 4 months. 4 months or 5 months. I just moved here. And we just found a place. Just found a place. So we just moved in about 3 weeks ago. And I finally get my own office, which is the difference between living in Cali and living in Oregon, is that you actually get room when you get a place. So I had to work triply hard to try to get an office for myself in Cali, but here it's not that bad. It's much easier. So again, welcome everyone. My name is Cindy. I am at Simply Cindy. I want to thank you for joining. So on Tuesdays, I'm rebuilding my channel. I've been on YouTube for a long time, but back and forth, up and down. My career was very different than this. So I was in the medical field and medical research and executive. So anyway, I'm rebuilding my channel on Tuesdays on live. I've because I've kind of been doing this. I'll be doing. Okay, thanks, Rodney. Thanks for coming in and supporting. I appreciate it. Um, I will be doing energy readings. I will be doing, and I've opened it up to some mediumship, and by that I mean I've meditated, and you'll be back next Tuesday. Well, don't go anywhere yet. It's just started. Wait till you see. Wait till you see. But if you have to go to bed, go to bed because it is 11. Um, anyway, so on Tuesdays I'll be doing energy readings, and on Thursdays I'll probably be doing astrology because we've got so much astrology going on. And then on Saturdays on lives I'll be doing tarot for people, and that's kind of how I'm doing it right now. And we'll see how that works out. So I'm just kind of waiting. This is an odd time for me. I'm usually on really late. Got the grandkids in the morning. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, thanks, Rodney. I'll see you soon. Okay. I'll go and support you tomorrow. I think what I was saying is TikTok for me. Hi, Denise. How are you? So, TikTok for me is entertainment. Bye, sweetheart. I'll see you soon. And thanks again for coming over from TikTok. I really appreciate that. That is so sweet of you. So Rodney is from TikTok. We're all Gen X over there, right? I mean, our generation is X, and most of you guys are Generation X. But TikTok for me has been just entertainment, and it's been a place where I can gather with other people my age, and so I've, we've been having a lot of fun going through the memories and figuring out what we're gonna do. Did I miss the live? No, Denise, it's just starting. So anyway, it was very sweet of Rodney to come over here from TikTok and say hi to me and support me and subscribe and all of that. That's just really sweet. So tonight, again, I'll be doing energy readings. We'll see how it goes. I'm kind of waiting for everybody to get in, to come in and see how. I know, isn't that amazing? It's just so sweet that somebody would. You guys know how I am. Those of you that know me, that have been with me for years. I just think it's sweet to take that extra effort to come over and do that. That's just very sweet. Very, very sweet. I'm very lucky to have people around me like that, to have even online, like to have all of you guys. Like I've had my clients forever, forever. So we're not going to talk. We're not going to talk astrology tonight. We're going to talk energy. We're going to talk mediumship. I've opened it up to mediumship. Yeah, and I can tell I'm already starting a channel because my pen starts going for no reason. So, Denise, you must really, or somebody in here, somebody's trying to come through. Somebody in here in our live. I think it's just you and me, Denise, because I'm already starting. Somebody's wanting to come through. Whoever this person is very nervous, like a lot of energy. Very, I almost feel, um, I almost feel Gemini like very nimble, a lot of energy. I don't know who this is for because I have opened it up for people who are going to watch this later, and they do that. So I'm going to cut this live down into videos later, and the person may not be here yet. Whoever this person is, whoever this one, whoever this is on the other side has a lot of energy, had a lot of energy in this life. Was always very happy. So Denise, let me know if this is something that resonates with you, because it could be somebody that is going to see this later. But I have someone who's always smiling. Never let anybody sort of see that they were dealing with, I feel like depression. So I don't know if that's, but the thing is, no, they knew. They knew. And I do have, so I have that they may have attempted. It's interesting. They don't show me that right away. That they may have attempted suicide. Uh, Sorry, the camera's moving because I'm writing. Um, does this sound familiar to anybody? I have somebody on the other side who was always just always smiling, very nimble, a lot of energy. Um, I feel like they feel like they were small, and maybe they were small in their body this life. Uh, but I feel like they were lonely and there was depression. I feel like nobody knew. I feel like they hid the battles that this person had to go through alone because everybody thought they were okay. Nobody had a clue. Does any of that sound familiar to anybody? I'm asking them to give me more. At this point, I can't even tell if it's a guy or it sounds like my grandmother. We were very close. Okay, was she little? Like, I feel like she's little. So let me say this. All that they've said is they in their life they attempted. Okay. Yeah, this person's little and had a lot of energy. And they didn't tell me how they died. They just told me that they had battles. So I don't want you to think about because I haven't had that answer yet, whether they died of suicide or whether they attempted. Yeah, it's because how they hid their depression, but that would make sense. She was the youngest. Okay, I'm asking. It is a her because at first they wouldn't even tell me whether they were he or her, um, he or she. I'm asking them to give me more information because they're so like always using their hands. Did she use her hands a lot? She's using her hands as she's talking. It's almost like she was a nervous kind. Okay. And very sick as a kid, so she was the small, weak one. Okay. But she didn't let anybody in on how she had to overcome so much, right? Is that correct? Because that's the way I'm feeling. Hi, Sarah. Yeah, that's the way I'm feeling. I'm feeling like she's everybody thought like everybody knew, but everybody thought that she was okay. Everybody didn't realize the battles that she had to um, overcome because of I guess because of her being the weak one, the small one, you know. Like it's interesting for me because I'm small too. I'm like 5 foot. Somebody can take a step, and I have to take two steps to get to their one step. Does that make sense? Had beautiful hands, not nervous, but wore a signature ring, so her hands was something you would notice. Okay. Try not to tell me too much. I want her to do the work. When they're on the other side, I want them to tell me so that because it's important for you guys to know. So try not to tell me anything specific. No, that's okay. I know people will start talking and they don't realize, but I'm just reminding you. Try not to tell me specifics. Was she a joker or a kidder? Because she just said, "Oh man, she already messed it up." Does that make sense to you? Was she that kind? It's like she threw her hands up. She's like, "Oh man, she already messed it up," but it was in a joking way. Oh, oh, that made me cough. Okay. She made me laugh. Okay. So, because sometimes it's really hard for them to like get things through. So it's almost like maybe she was trying to get that part through and then you said it. So that's like the thing I was getting because I was getting to her hands. So this is just a reminder for everyone. I know there's different kinds of mediums and different kinds of gurus and whatever. I'm an evidential medium, which means I want them to give me evidence and not anything that can be Googled. I want them to give me evidence. I need you, whoever's sitting in front of me, whoever I'm reading, I need you to know that they are communicating. And so for that, I need evidence between you and them. Okay, does that make sense? But I know people get excited and they start saying, so I have to kind of remind people don't say much. Um, okay. And I am so sorry about the camera moving, but it's because I'm writing. So did she live on a farm or a ranch or something with a lot of land? Because she's showing me that. growing up, maybe? When she grew up, yes. Okay. Again, I'm just having her give me evidence that it's her. Uh, okay, this is your grandmother. She's so funny. She's like, yes, of course I am. Um, all right. Is your mother still alive? Because she's wanting to talk about your mother. Hey, Rebecca, how are you? So, is your mom still alive? Is she still on the side? And okay, and she is she going through something right now? Because your grandmother is saying she's, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I've got a cough, so I apologize. Hold on just a second. I am so sorry. I apologize. Oh, you're not in contact. Okay. Mm, so you're not in contact. Um, oh, that's what she's working on that. So here's the thing. She's like, be sure and let her know it's not pressure to contact. Just let her know I'm helping from this side with whatever went on. Okay. Hi, Sharon. Nice to meet you. Yes, that's why she's saying. Mm. She's like, um, she wants me to let you know you've done nothing wrong. And she doesn't want you to do anything. Like, she's just letting you know that she's sitting close to your mother. Like, there's something happening. Your mother's going through something, and she's sitting close to her. Okay, and she said that's all she wants to let you know. Like, she just wants you to know she's doing her part. I'm getting that generational thing again. I'm getting that. She said, "We're so proud of you, very proud of you. Uh, you made the right choices for you, um, and you are breaking those generational DNA things that I talk about." She's like, "Yeah, she's in the right place. She's." Did you have a lot of guilt about that? Because that's why she's bringing that up. Have you had a lot of guilt about that, or been thinking about that lately? I have, yes. Okay. That's why she's bringing it up. She wants you to know. So she says you're very strong and you're strong for a reason because you had to do what no one else could before you. Um, and she said, or I have come to understand about the generational trauma I am here to break. Yes, that's what she wants you to know. And she said, she wants you to know that you're strong for a reason and you were and are, you've always been in this life. Um, what's the word? It's almost like so she's showing me she had to her personality had to be that she didn't listen exactly to what they said or that she did things and said, like you didn't fall in line. Hi, Eagle. You didn't fall in line a lot of times, right? And a lot of times you didn't understand why you didn't fall in line, but she's saying you're right on track with understanding why your personality is this way. And so she doesn't want you to feel guilty about who you really are, because you came in this life to be this way, because it was the only way that you were going to be able to break you guys, your generation, your DNA was going to be able to break this. Was that because she's showing me where sometimes you have this guilt of, maybe I should have been better, maybe I didn't have to like fight so much, maybe I could have been like a little bit nicer, maybe I could. She's like, don't apologize for that. Do not apologize for that. You're meant to be who you are, because the women before you weren't strong enough and eventually fell in line. Does that make sense, Denise? Like, I feel from very young, you were bratty. But then you would like have these bouts of like, why am I so bratty? Like, as you got older, right? Not when you were really young. When you were really young, you would just go against the grain and didn't know, right? Um, and she's saying something about apologizing. Do you apologize for that, or do you try to apologize for that, or do you look up to them? Do you look up to the sky or to universe or to your ancestors or to your grandma or whoever and say, I'm sorry, I wish I was better? Does that make sense? Because she's saying, don't apologize. Don't, you don't have to say you're sorry. There's nothing to be sorry about. Does that make sense, Denise? I'm being a Gemini tonight. I'm drinking two different drinks. And I'm going to have to cough again. So hold on a second. I am so sorry. I question a lot of things at times as my life is very unusual. It's supposed to be. That's what she's saying. In comparison to what others' lives look like. So here's the thing. When I see your generational line, that's what she's saying. When I see your generational line, you just said in comparison to what others' lives look like, yours is not supposed to look the same. That's the only way that these generational things can be broken. That's the only way the DNA can be changed, right? And so you're not meant to live the way others live. It doesn't mean that you can't be abundant. It just means you're not meant to do it that way. But as much as I questioned why or what I could have done different, there's not a chance I could have done things different. Exactly. So do you understand that you're supposed to be who you are? Like, yeah. So she says, I feel very lonely in many ways. It is lonely. It can be very lonely. Like, I have a different makeup. You know, I'm a different person than you. I like being alone, but some people don't like being alone. And I can see where it can be very lonely because you feel like nobody understands you. You feel like, am I ever going to be normal like these people? Am I ever going to get what they get? Am I ever going to look like that? No, no, you're not going to look like that. You're not going to get what they get. You're going to get better. You're going to get different. I wouldn't even say better. I'll say you get different, right? I talked about this a couple of lives ago, but there's a sense of connection that I am missing. Yes, and that connection is you. This is why your grandmother is coming through. She's like, exactly. She's coming through because she wants you to know that connection that you're missing is you. You're trying so hard on a subconscious level, not on a conscious level, but on a subconscious level to change who you are to try to make things better. When your grandmother is saying, oh, she's jumping up and down, she's like, exactly, exactly, exactly. Um, when your grandmother is saying, when you understand that you are who you're supposed to be, things will become easier for you. And I don't think you've understood what the word easy means because it hasn't been easy for you. And she's saying, tell her a different way, uh, where things will flow better and you won't feel so disassociated and you will actually feel like part of a group, which is what we're all moving into in the next 20 years, right? So there is a sense of connection that you're missing because one, you hadn't connected with yourself. Like you're trying to make yourself something else. And two, because you hadn't found, because you thought that you were the only one, you had not found people or groups that are like you. I'm going to give you the example of Gen X, and maybe that's why uh, I was talking about Gen X. Maybe that's why I was talking about Gen X earlier. We are all so diverse, our generation, right? We're so diverse, but we know how to come together. And then as we've come together, we've realized, oh, we kind of had the same childhood. We didn't realize we were all doing the same thing. We were children, right? We were left alone. We learned to bond, and so that's kind of the group that you're probably going to be around. No, that you are going to be around, right? As much as you're diverse, you have commonality with others, and you think because you're so different and disconnected that you don't. When you actually, there are people around you that have gone through some of the same things and will understand you. Does that make sense? This summer has been very challenging. Not that I had arguments with people, but internal understanding or seeing the role I play have been playing where I have always put myself in the back seat. Yeah. And then Sharon says, yeah. So that's another thing. I think that's why your grandma's coming through is because for so long, like all your life, you've tried to fit in. Well, she's having me explain it a different way. Hold on. You are a square. That's funny. If you're older like me, you know square, right? You are a square. This world, uh, mainstream, and people around you are all circles, and you're a square trying to fit into the circle. You're not supposed to fit into the circle. You're supposed to connect with yourself, and as you step back and as you open up your energy, other squares are going to find you. You're going to attract them. As soon as your grandmother is saying, as soon as you stop trying to be a circle. Does that make better sense to you? But she understands why you're trying to be a circle because your lineage has always tried to be the circle. Okay, perfect. Exactly. You're not supposed to fit in. So let me say this. I used to say this a lot with my when I was on YouTube before. If you know me, you are not normal. You are not mainstream. If you know me, you are not supposed to do it like everybody else. If you know me, you are the pioneer. If you know me, if you stick around, if you're in this group, you are the pioneer. I'm not saying that we're unique as in we're special. Like, I'm not going to elevate that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we're not supposed to do it like everybody else. We have specifically come and lived on this earth at this time because we're such rebels, because we're so pioneering. We're not supposed to do it the way that we did it before, because guess where that's gotten us? Look at the world now. We're supposed to rebel. And for so long, this group has tried to fit in. We're not supposed to fit in. We tried to fit in, and honestly, because there's never a wrong, I think we're supposed to fit in so we can see where the damage is in the groups and the society, and then we can change that. Does that make sense? We're not supposed to. So if you start like, oh, I want that. Oh, that looks so nice. Oh, those people, why did they get that? That you're going in the wrong direction. You have to connect with yourself. You have to connect with your higher self. You have to go within, because whatever you're supposed to create is not going to look like everybody else. When I know that I'm not doing it, the like when I know that I know that I'm not doing it right if I'm trying to fit in. I've never tried to fit in. Never. Well, no, that's a lie. I'll have places in my life where I've tried to fit in, and I'll sort of get in there for a little bit, and then my higher self, something happens where I got to get out of it because I'm just not meant to do that. I've never, I've, I don't like fitting in. I don't like being like everybody else. I mean, this is just like an example. When we were young and I was uh, you know, intermediate, junior high, high school, that area, when everybody was trying to fit in, it used to really bother me to fit in. Like if I bought a piece of clothing and somebody else, then I saw somebody else at school with it, I would not wear it again. Never. I've never wanted to look like others. I've never wanted to be like others. Now, in my career, I had to fit in, right? I had to because it was very executive, it was the medical field, it was research, it was all of that. So I had to play the game, right? And I was just thinking about this because I told you guys on the last live that the reason that I walked away from YouTube, because they weren't letting me be who I was. They were holding me back. It wasn't that I was fake or faking it. It was that they wouldn't let me be who I was. I had managers, look this way, do that, talk about this, don't talk about that. Da, da, da. And then I was like, I can't do that. I just can't do that because I just 3, 4 years prior had left my career because I didn't want to fit in anymore, right? And so here I was again. No, maybe it was 5 years later on YouTube where I was being told to fit in again, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. So I walked away. And trust me, I didn't do that like everybody else. I've lost a lot of money. I've lost a lot of clients. Eh, I haven't lost that many clients, but I've lost a lot of money. I lost a lot of. I could have already been at 250,000 subscribers. I could have already been, doing that. But I did that with my career. I made a lot of money in my career, but I walked away from it. Like to me, money is important, but it's not the most important thing. Me being put in a box, I cannot handle it. I am not like everybody else. That's how my channel is. My channel is I'm not just an astrologer. I'm not just a medium. I'm not just a tarot reader. I'm not just a healer. I'm not just a blah blah blah. I'm all of it. And I'm not just that either. I'm not just an herbalist. Like YouTube doesn't know what to do with me because they want to niche me down to one specific thing, and I'm not. I'm all of it. I've never been in a box. Never will be. So if you're in my group and you know me, you're not either. It's not, I'm having to rebuild my channel. It's not looking like everybody else's. My path, same path that I went on with those people that are doing astrology and doing tarot and doing all this stuff now, and they have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I should have been right there, but I couldn't because I'm not going that way. Now, I'm not saying they did anything wrong. I'm saying my path my I'm pioneering. I'm doing it different. YouTube doesn't know what to do with me because I'm so different. Do you understand? I'm giving you this scenario, this example so that you know if you're doing it like everybody else, it's not the right way. You got to do it different. And by different, I don't mean you got to specifically say, oh, well, if they're doing that. No, you got to go within and understand who you are because the world needs you. They don't need another I'm just gonna pick somebody. I don't even know. They don't need another Kardashian. They don't need another Trump. They don't need. We don't need another of those people. We need you. We need your uniqueness. We need your originality. We need your pioneering. Why? Because look where all the same thing has gotten us. This society needs to change. Does that make sense? So I'm sorry, I'm channeling. I'm gonna go back and read. Let's see. I'm so tired of people. I'm not trying to fit in. True. Do not try to fit in. Yes, so spot on. Thank you, Sarah. Denise. It's just that at times need support or to feel connected with source in order to make sure I am not going to complete I am not going completely delusional. I get that. You got to be very grounded. I get it. So here's what your grandmother is saying. Hold on. Okay. This is what she's saying. You're looking to source as if source is separate from you. See, this is the so I have many issues with I have many issues with religion because I studied religion, okay? And I studied a lot of religions. Did I study all of them? No, because not all, we don't know all of them. But I studied a lot of religions, right? The issue that I have with the way that we're brought up with religion, doesn't matter which religion, they all have commonality, is that you're made to feel like God, source, the universe is separate from you. Now, we come in understanding, oh, things are separate from us because we're supposed to, right? We're human. But they feed into that. You are not separate from source. You are not separate from God, whatever you want to call that love energy, whatever. Excuse me. Oh, I got a cough again. I'm so sorry. So the reason your grandmother is like on this because you're saying at times I need support or to feel connected. You have never been disconnected from source. You're looking out there because we're used to looking out there. And even when you look out there, she's showing me, even when you look out there, there's source is still mirroring you. But really, there's not a separation. You are God. You are source, right? It's like your finger. It's separate from your brain, but it's still part of you. Does that make sense? Like, I know you can hear and understand this here. I need you to understand it in your soul. None of you have ever been separated from God. You are God. You are source. You are the universe. And yes, people can take that as an egotistical way, but if you do, then you're not even close to where you need to be. Okay? You are that. You've always had that support. All you have to do when you want to feel the connection is go within, not without. Don't go looking for the love to try to see it. Don't go looking for the companion to try to see it. Don't go looking for the friend to try to see it. You look here. You feel here. You sense here. That will radiate out. And then because you are a manifesting being in this world, all of a sudden, when you look to the friend here, you will automatically have a mirror of a friend coming. When you look for partnership or a love or security or support here, it will show itself in the world. That's how we manifest. That's how we create. Does that make sense? Thank you, Madeline, for saying that. Powerful. Yes, you're right. Needed to be reminded of that. Yes, very confirming. Thank you so much. Thank you, Eagle, for saying hi to new people. And I appreciate Eagle's been with me for a long time. I told you. I know many of you probably don't know me, but I've been on YouTube for decades. I think. 14 years. I'm not sure. Um, but people that know me have been with me for a long time. And if you guys have any questions and I don't see it, Eagle's right there. I love her to death. She has been one of my biggest supporters. So thank you, Eagle. Um, because all she already knows. I'll be channeling and I won't won't see. And usually I have David or her or somebody that will help. So um, I think it's important that we all remember. I don't think we need to understand. I think we need to remember that we are the creators. We decided to come down and embody this, okay? Yeah, I love you, Eagle. You know that. She said, thank you, Cindy. Good to be here. Um, so I asked Denise if she wanted to give one more message before I move on. And she said, and she's gone to you and is putting her hands on you. She's just taking that moment and being close to you. And she's saying, remember, you're meant to be strong. You're meant to be different, but you're not separate from me and you're not separate from God. You are that. Look within and then outside will show itself. That makes sense? She said, I love you very much and I am working with your mother. She's showing me like if you accidentally see her or try to or she tries to contact you, she says do not feel guilty with whatever choice you make because you haven't made a choice yet. Okay? She loves you very much. Thank you, Cindy. I can't tell you how much this was needed. There have been lots of tears these past weeks. I'm so thankful that your grandmother was able to come through and give you that message and make you feel that because she heard you. She heard your tears. She carried them. She put them in within her. Okay. So again, for those of you that have never seen me, my name is Cindy. I'm at Simply Cindy. I am a psychic medium. I have lots of tools in my basket. Um, so on Tuesdays, I've decided for right now, because I can change, but for right now, and it's been going on Tuesdays, I'll be doing energy readings. I won't have a specific time because because I have clients all over the world. And so I try to do it different times so that people can join a live, right? But it will be on a Tuesday. You do not have to, I do not charge when I do these lives. Um, I I do not charge at all when I have the lives. You can come see me privately or you can buy me coffee, which I love coffee. So either way, you can use the PayPal account if you want, but it's not necessary. It helps me keep this channel going. I am going to be starting a membership through YouTube as soon as I get, because I'm starting over again. I've been on YouTube a long time and then I stopped for a little bit. And as soon as I get 3,000 watch hours, which I'm at 2,100, I think, then I will, because I don't get paid for any of my videos either. So during the pandemic, I turned off my AdSense. I turned off, so I don't get paid for any videos. I don't get paid for any of that. Like I turned it off. That's how much I walked away from YouTube. I was like, I didn't want to have anything to do with it for right now at that time. Anyway, so I got to get my hours back up, even though I probably have like 500,000 hours. I got to get 3,000 hours. So another way that you can help me is to watch my videos, to like and to share because the algorithm doesn't know me and YouTube doesn't really want to promote me a lot because I don't charge for my videos. I don't have AdSense on. So that's where I'm at. If you want to help me and continue to make these lives and to make these videos, it's always appreciated because I don't know if it's fortunately or unfortunately, we live in a society where we need to make money, right? So I won't necessarily say it's unfortunate. I will say being greedy, some people being greedy is unfortunate, but um, I understand capitalism. So yeah, it is what it is. So if you can't donate, if you don't want to donate, then if you could share. As you guys know, some of you weren't here in the very beginning. I don't do TikTok. TikTok to me is just entertainment. And I go and support other people, other Gen Xers. Uh, anyway, I had a Gen Xer come over here and support me, which was very, very sweet. So, um, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm starting a channel. You'll hear me get quiet and start to look up or look to the side, and I'll start the channel. Rebecca says, I want to leave a message to say thanks for the reading the other day. It really helped me have a good day. Thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate you. Have a great day. Be safe out there. I'm thinking about you guys all the time now. Rebecca's from the UK, so um, I know you're safe. I'm just trying to make sure everybody around you is safe too. I mean, everybody has their path, but I'm doing what I can. Yeah. Love you, sweetheart. Have a great day. So I'm going to cough again. I'm so sorry. I'm getting over laryngitis and whatever this cold was. So give me just a second. You're welcome. Okay. Mm, so here's the thing. Um, my higher self knows, and the other side knows, what y'all call the other side, knows that there will be others that I will be cutting this down, and there will be others watching that make it a message. Okay. So if somebody comes through, I've allowed it. If because I have my parameters, right? So as a medium, and that's a whole other story. I had to do that when I was younger. Um, because as a medium, you can see all kinds of spirits, all kinds of aliens, all kinds of beings. So I had to put parameters. Anyway, uh, if somebody comes through, do not make it fit. I am an evidential medium. Um, they know this. The other side knows this. My higher self knows. My higher self is me, right? And I just told you, source is you. Those other beings are you. Um, so don't try to make anything fit. And if someone comes through, it could be for somebody later on. So if it's just not for you, just let me know and they can get their message through and I can move past that, right? Because a lot of times it's just like when I'm doing tarot, but it's them. It's an energy, it's a spirit, it's a loved one. They will keep saying it until I get it or until they know that you got it. Okay. So if you guys can just say, no, that's not mine, that's not mine, that would be great. Okay. It helps me out. Okay. So that I'm not stuck on one thing and that person's not even here. Um, and I apologize for the camera moving. It's because I'm writing and I'm a lefty and I gotta be close to it. Um, so I have an energy here that was like, you don't apologize. Like I have like, and it's a she. She's letting me know that she apologized too much when she was in life. Always apologize. Oh, I'm sorry for that. Oh, I apologize. Oh, I'm sorry. She's like, don't make that mistake. Don't apologize. Does this make sense to anybody? So I feel like this person, she's letting me know that her career was on the rise. I guess the career was important to her. So her career was on the rise. I don't feel like this is an older person. I feel like this is, so I'm hearing millennial, which is interesting because they know that I think in generations and they had never said that to me before. So this is a millennial age. I don't know why they're giving me that information, but it's important. So this is somebody's friend. It's not a family. They were close like family, but it's somebody's friend. It's actually two people. So the spirit is one person, but they're talking to two people. So for some reason, I'm seeing like her and another girl in the back of a car just having a great time. Like maybe going from one place to the next in the evening. It is a city. This is a city. I almost want to say like an Uber or a, I can't tell if this is an Uber or a, but it wouldn't be a regular Uber. It would be a, like the VIP Ubers or the executive Ubers. Maybe it's not even Uber. It's a car service. I'll say that it's a car service. And I feel like you're having a good time. I feel like y'all are laughing. I don't know who this is for. Does this make sense to anybody? She wants this person to know, and it could be that you guys, it's not you guys. It could be somebody later listening to this. Yeah, I feel like this person, so the person that she's wanting to connect with feels lost and almost like, so they were good friends. They weren't family. She's making that very clear. They're not family, but they were good friends. And she wants you to know that she does watch you. And she's like, I see you, girl. I see you. Uh, and so the message here is that she has gone to a good place. The message here is that, so she's making me feel like you don't have to worry about me. I've gone to a good place. Um, you don't have to be heartbroken for me because I've gone to a good place. I've done what I was meant to do. Mm, I feel like there was an accident. So now she's showing me how she crossed. I feel like there was an accident. Not in the same vehicle or anything. I just feel like the way that she crossed, there was an accident. And maybe this person feels like her life was taken from her or lost. Yeah. That doesn't fit anybody here, right? Nobody here? Please let me know if this is a yes or a no for somebody. Anybody. It does, I'm not like fishing. I just want to make sure that it's not somebody here. Because what happens oftentimes when I'm doing mediumship, the energy is so big that I've had people several times over the years say, I'll say their name and they're like, that's not my name. And I'm like, no, that's your name. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so this is somebody that's going to see this later. Mm, so, so I asked her to give me something that that person would know specifically that it was them. There's something about the color red, like a red dress, red makeup, like red shoes, red. So there's something about the color red that either you wore or she wore. And that's, she said, or the color, I could be wrong about the clothing, but it's something red. I'm seeing a red dress and red shoes. But there's something, there's a story behind the red. That's how you know it's you. So she's saying, but being afraid. I guess she was very adventurous, and so she's saying, quit being afraid. But what she really wants you to know, I guess because of the way she went, she said she finished what she had to do. Her life was not, even though it was an accident, it was not taken. She finished what she had to do. And she wants me to specifically say that she chose, like we all choose, when it's time to go. Yeah. So I don't know why that's important, but it's very important for this, whoever this is, too. Okay, she's stepping back now. She just had to get that message out. That's funny. She's like, I've been trying to. So she knows I understand frequencies, vibrations, and all that, and energy, right? And so she's like, I've been waiting for somebody to reach into this frequency. That may make sense to whoever this is. Yeah, she's like, I've been waiting for the somebody to step into this frequency, into this vibration. Okay. And she's thanking me. And she's stepping back. So here's the thing. There was somebody that was coming forward before, and then when she came forward, they stepped back. But they stepped back because they were showing me that this is what she, no, this is what they were like here. Very accommodating, very cordial, um, etiquette, etiquette, like very cordial. This energy is, I don't, they're smiling because I can decide whether to say the spirit or energy. Um, because they're both the same. Um, this energy is very quiet. I wouldn't say stoic, but very quiet. Does that make sense to anybody? I'm asking her for, actually, I don't even know if it's a her or he. They're impressing upon me their energy, their personality. And it's almost like I I have two worlds. Like I have my world within me that I don't really let show outside. And outside I'm very timid and cordial and accommodating. Does that make sense to anybody? I'm asking them to give me something else. Um, so uh, I'm seeing a, this is interesting. I am seeing the UK. No, it's not the UK. Could be. So this is like the housing kind of like they have in the UK, but it's not the UK. So is that like the Netherlands or Sweden? Maybe Sweden? So this is like a brick house, but it's connected to other homes, like they have in the UK. But I don't feel like this is the UK. I feel like maybe they came from that. But this house that they're showing me is not in the UK. Does any of that make sense to anybody? Yeah, and I'm seeing like the white the little fence in front of the home, and then the sidewalk going to it. And I'm drawing a home. Like I keep drawing a home. You see my drawing? I keep drawing a home. Is this someone who has passed? Yes. It's someone who has passed. They're giving me evidence because they were showing, they're very timid and because they're showing me their personality here. Denise, you're from Sweden. Okay. No, it's not. I don't think it's you, Denise. But Rebecca, I didn't realize you were still here because it could be you. I was asking her to give me, I keep saying her and she hasn't shown it. This energy has not, I'm feeling she, but they have not confirmed that they're she or were she. And I don't know why they're not confirming because maybe I haven't gotten it yet. Hold on. Because it could be a male that was a, somewhat effeminate, right? Not identifying as a female, but just somewhat a little bit more quiet, a little bit not stoic. Stoic is not the word, but quiet, very accommodating. The energy is not so like rough as a male, right? It could fit someone, but I'm still unsure. Okay, I'm giving. See, they knew you were here. I didn't know you were here. That may be why they're giving me this. Uh, I'm asking them for more. I feel like they had a little life, or people would consider them having a little life, like not a complicated life, like not somebody that's all out there and boastful and everybody can see what they're doing and people know who they are and you know it's like they had this very quiet life. And I feel like they were alone or felt alone a lot. Okay. Could be your grandmother. Is there something about gender? Because I don't know if she's doing this on purpose and not verifying the gender. Like, that's never been an issue for me. I ask, they let me know. But it's almost like, I don't know if it's a joke, uh, or if that has something to do with you or something that you would know or something between you two. But it's like on purpose, she's not verified. She, and I keep calling her she because I feel like this energy from my from my experience, right? Okay. I feel like they had this very quiet life. I feel like they didn't do much. So their feeling is they didn't take the chances and they didn't take the risks and they were very comfortable and they didn't go outside the box and they didn't have big adventures and all that was safe and secure, but she doesn't want that to happen to whoever this is because she didn't do necessarily the parts that she wanted to grow, right? Let's see. It doesn't necessarily resonate. The quiet life resonates, but no idea about the gender. I hear that. Okay. So if the gender part doesn't resonate with you, please ask your mother. Is it your mother's mother or is it your father's mother? So I'm not sure. Somebody said hello. They should have, though, exactly hello and wise. I'm not sure what that means. Mother. Okay. My other grandmother is still, yeah, okay, because she did say mother and then I added father, but um, ask your mother about this gender thing because I think it is your grandmother. And it's like a joke or something. Or this is so weird because it's not like, I feel like a little inappropriate. It's a little inappropriate. It's like not this big thing. Okay, well, thank you. What a surprise. Yeah, she's not done. I'm trying to identify who this is. See, we have a thing we go through, me and the other side, right? If they're going to come through, I got to feel who they are. That's got to connect with whoever, the person in front of me. And then they got to give me evidence. And then they get to give their message, right? She said, oh, hang on. I used to be a massive tomboy when I was a kid. And she told me I should have been a boy in jest. This is potentially what she's talking about if it's her. That's it. Thank you. She said, bingo. Hold on a second. I got to cough again. I'm so sorry. When they make me laugh or y'all make me laugh, I got to cough. Hold on. Okay, that makes sense because ha ha ha, wow, I wasn't expecting this at all. Neither was I, Rebecca. I thought you were gone. Um, and that's why I was like, this can't be what it is. So for those of you that are watching and see this later, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like they will try to bring me evidence, and a lot of times we forget, and I've had some people even forget their name. I'll be like, your name is Rebecca, and they'll be like, no. And I'm like, no, your name is Rebecca. They're like, No. And they'll just look at me and say, no, it's because you're starting to leave your body to resonate with whoever is with you. Okay. Scientifically, that's what's happening. All right. Wow, you've got a lot of patience as a medium. Yeah. I've never looked at it that way. I've always looked at it like as an investigator kind of thing. Like I want to understand what they're saying and I want to bring that to you guys. But yeah, you're kind of right. A lot of patience. But thank you for saying that. 'Cause I don't think I have a lot of patience. I mean, now that I'm older, probably, yes. Okay. She's like, can we get back to the. Oh my goodness. Okay, so she wants you to know that she's no longer timid, that she is no longer, that she will say what she needs to say. And yes, that is correct. That was the tomboy thing because I was feeling like it's a little inappropriate. It's not like a big deal, but it's a little inappropriate. Okay, perfect. Now we know it's her. Okay, don't go anywhere. She's like, don't go anywhere. You always want to run off. She's saying my little something. Did she used to say my little tomboy? She had something for you. I don't usually say stuff like that because, people could think that's rude too. She might have done that. Okay. Again, don't make it fit. It's important for people to know that this is real. It's important for people to understand that there are people like me. Well, everybody can do this. First of all, you guys know that. Just some people are more developed. They come into life more developed, while others are trying to develop, right? Uh, so the fact that you guys let your loved ones come through and talk to me and let me say that on here publicly helps a lot of people. So thank you. So Rebecca, do you have a problem with because she's talking about how you shouldn't be afraid. Hey Lorna, how are you, sister? You start so I can't even remember what we said the other night, but she's talking about so she's like, I know, glad to catch I know, but it's so late. Yep, I have been trying to break the generational cycle. This is very relevant to me. Okay, perfect. She's like, you have got to do, and now she's talking in an accent. She didn't have the accent before. She's saying, say it exactly like this. My darling, you have got to do. And she's like doing this every time she talks to you in your face. Does that make sense? She's holding your face and she's saying, you have got to do, my darling, what we couldn't. Does that make sense? You have got to be brave. You have got to take risks. You have got to do things nobody's done before in our family. You were born in this time on purpose when everybody else in our culture is going to do it differently. Yep. And she always called me darling. I hear that and I love it. Perfect. Perfect. I know she said say it exactly that way. And to show that she was holding your face and saying, my darling. Okay. Now, I feel like you heard, but she's making me feel like you're not ingesting. Okay. Once again, she's going to say it again. She's like, I'm going to say it again. You have got to to be brave. You've got to be you've got to take a little risk. You've got to do things not like everybody else. And you were born in a time and are alive in a time where you are going to have support, even though our culture was that we didn't ever, it's not like she's showing me the way, but it's like we never ruffled feathers. We never, like in the South, we would say that. We don't ruffle the feathers. We don't, I'm trying to get her words. We don't make waves. What's the word? She said that's not the word. It's, we don't call attention to ourselves, right? But you're born in a time where it's going to be easier for you to do that than it was for her. Okay. And she's saying, don't make the mistake I made. A little life is fine because it was stable and so she's saying because it was stable, and she's showing me, I don't know why this is important, but she's telling me, or she's making me feel like I've never felt it this way before either. This is why you guys may think anxiety is a bad thing, but it's not. She's like, I didn't have to have so much anxiety because I was the stable. But I also didn't get to have adventures because I was so stable. And she said, from her point of view, anxiety is a good thing. It means you're going outside of that. And it means you're taking adventure. And it means you're getting adrenaline. And it means you're growing your soul. And it means you're doing the right thing. Not just for you, but for your lineage. And she's showing me a very proud and long lineage. That makes sense? Like, do you have some, maybe not famous people, but some historical people in your background? Because she's showing me a, like, long, but proud. I understand why she's telling me this. I have a big job. I travel. I don't speak to my mother regularly, her daughter, and I am trying to confront conflicts which nobody did before me. Perfect. So she wants you to know because her energy is so like, it's not timid, it's like, it feels very comfortable. I'm not sure about famous, but I now work for a big national publication and bring, oh, shoulders with fame. Okay. Oh, that's why she's like, that's because she's proud of that. So she's very proud of you. She's proud of this big job. She's proud of, rubbing shoulders with the famous. Uh, very proud. So she's telling me it's like you seeing when. So here's the thing. Sometimes I've seen them. For me, when they're very proud, they will walk into a room with like a TV, and then it's almost like they're calling over every like uh all other generations. They'll call in whoever they have around them, and they're like, look at look at my granddaughter, look at my great granddaughter, look at my daughter. Like she's very proud in that way. So it's because she showed me that. Uh, so here's the thing she wants you to know about this. That's why she was showing me the long lineage. You may be, oh, this is really important for you because that's why you can get so, like, your confidence needs to be built more because the people that you're going to have to work with or are working with now. Um, she's like, remember, you may not be famous, but you come from a very proud, long lineage. Does that make sense? She wants you to understand that you are just as important as those people. Don't ever think that you're not. You are no different than them except for the jobs that you have. That's it. Their job is to be seen. Your job is to work with them. Okay? She's right. Yes, she's right. You level up and then get scared. I really appreciate this support. I don't get it from anyone in my regular life, but then I also don't ask. Exactly. Thank you, Cindy. Divine timing, discovering your channel when I should be uh sound asleep. Good night and God bless. Thank you, Madeline. I hope you come back and return. Thank you so much for stopping in, and I'll see you soon. Sorry guys, I've got a cough again. I apologize. You know how it's like the last little bit and it's just irritating me. I'm gonna have to take some more of my herbs. It's just like the last little bit. Yes. Well, that's why. So the fact that you said I don't get it from anyone in my regular life, but then I also don't ask. She's trying to build your confidence, which is what I've kind of felt. I think I felt that the other night, like your confidence needs to be built. I didn't know that you got the job with these famous people and whatever, but I felt like your confidence needed to be built. I may have mentioned that, but she's really taking it from the root of you and saying, don't ever forget you are no better and no worse than them. You are not beneath those people. You just have a different job. But you, to remember this, understand that you come from a very proud long lineage. And I don't know if you've ever looked that up, but she's showing me either a historical, yeah, as well as the famous people around you. That's so funny. It's funny because that's who I used to work with too. I used to work with a lot of famous people, a lot of VIPs. Um, but I'm saying that so that everybody else can see like attracts like, right? Like attracts like. Oh, the company is very old. Okay, perfect. Oh, nice. Wow, so proud of you, Rebecca. Just remember, you need to stand up and say what you need to say. And you're important too in my industry. Yeah. Or of my industry. Thank you both. Helped me get clear, get here. You're welcome. Yeah, and she says, I love you, darling. I love it. And trust me, I'm saying it the Southern way, but she's not saying it the Southern way. She's got an accent now when she says it. I just have a Southern accent. Um, which is funny. For those of you guys that don't know, if you slow down a Southern accent, it will sound like a British accent. I've been needing that. Thank you both. I wasn't expecting this message. It's going to be on my mind and in my soul. Perfect. I'm glad I could help. I think she's been wanting to come through a while. She's just been so timid about it, right? Like waiting her turn. Okay, she's stepped back now. Okay, I've asked them to, I'm going to do one more. if somebody decides to come through. They kind of know that I'm wearing down. This is okay, so I'm getting an East Coaster male. He made himself very present. This is so weird. I'm getting like the Vinnie Barbarino. Do you guys even know that? Are you guys even old enough to know that? Vinnie Barbarino, Welcome Back Carter kind of thing. Welcome Back Carter. Does anybody here even know that? Like I'm getting that kind of reminds me of John Travolta. That's so weird. It reminds me of John Travolta when he was way back in the day. Does any of this make sense to somebody? So this person's pretty loud, very bold. Almost like they were a muscle guy. I mean I hate that this sounds cliche. I hate that this sounds cliche, but it's like that, East Coaster guy that's got a lot of confidence and he came in with the accent. And it's almost like I said I'd do one more and he was like, I'll do it. Like but it's very confident. I'll do it. I'll do it. So I don't know who this guy is. Does this sound like anybody? I hope it wasn't Madeline who left. And I'll have to watch this later. Uh, yeah, if you guys could give me hearts, let me know that you're still listening. Let me know you can still hear me. That would be great. I don't know if this is. I don't know if the thank you for the hearts. I don't know if this guy's like. So I don't know if this guy's trying to explain who he is or if he's trying to explain what you guys would do or see or I almost feel like you're making fun of that. Um, 'Cause then he's like, "Yo, we gonna do this or not?" Like, "Yo, right?" Uh, does this sound like it resonates with anybody? Yes or no would be great. Then I can move on. Why am I getting an accident again? Yes. Okay, perfect. He said yes. So when I was talking before, did they have an accident or was there an accident and that's how they crossed? Because I'm feeling an accident. I'm feeling like, wait, okay, I'm sorry. Before I ask that question, let's go back a little bit because he's like throwing me a lot of stuff. Is this the way you guys were? Is this the way his personality was? Or is this something that you guys would like almost be jokingly overt about being an East Coaster, almost like making fun of that kind of thing? Like it was a joke between you two? Can you let me know that? It's about working together. Okay. I just need to know if this is how you guys work together. Okay, it's about working together. Okay, gotcha. He's like, I was gonna ask the question again, and he was like, "Yeah, yo, like they told you." Uh, it's about a future collaboration with this person on the other side. Okay. Or they're bringing up the subject about that. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. So I'm feeling an accident. I don't know if this is his way of letting me know this is how he's crossed, but I'm feeling an accident. I'm feeling. So here's the thing. I'm seeing cars, like cars were important, but that's not the accident. The accident was not about cars. It was something else. Okay. Hmm. Now he's showing me the woods, and I almost feel like hunting. Like he's throwing a lot of stuff at me. Was he a jokester? Because like even in the woods, all of a sudden I'm seeing like the bear hat, and almost feeling like John Candy or uh like Griswold. It's like all joking stuff. It's all comedy stuff. Does this make sense? Mm, this is funny because he's like, "You better get this right because you're being tested." But again, like I feel jokes, which he knows. He knows. I mean, they know on the other side. I've been tested so many times it doesn't matter. Mm, which is, I'm feeling jokes. Was this guy a comedian? Hmm. I'm just waiting for your response. He's not a comedian. Okay. Like maybe not professionally, but I mean, was he the type that always gave jokes? Well, I keep feeling like when he's talking to me, he's being sarcastic. But I get what you mean. Okay. Like maybe sarcastic. Like when he's talking to me, he's throwing me a whole bunch of stuff. He knows how I work, but yet he's going outside of the bound. Like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Because it's like he knows how I work, and he's like pushing it a little, pushing it a little, you know? Uh, and it's almost like he's trying to confuse me, but then he's like, you better get this right. Right? Does that make sense? But he could just be showing me his personality, right? Like, don't be so serious, calm down. It's not that serious. It's like, yeah, okay. Then you know exactly who this is. Okay, perfect. Perfect. He's laughing, just like you're laughing. He's laughing. because he thinks this shit is funny. It's not when I'm trying to concentrate. No, it's fine. Um, okay, so now that we know that it's him, so I asked, in what relation was that to you? And he's like, we're not gonna get that far yet. Like almost like that's too complicated. So he wants you to know that he's still around. Oh my God. Like I'm gonna say what he impressed upon me, and he's like blah 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 blah. Like he's really he's a hoot. He's like yes, yes, like say the regular, but that's not how we work, basically. You can say the regular, but that's not how we work. Does all this make sense to you? So for some reason, on a serious note, because now he just got serious for a second, on a serious note, he wants you to know that he is like close to you, and that you sense him. And this is probably what. Did you know you were going to talk to him tonight? Like I feel like you knew you were going to talk to him tonight, or that you were going to get a message from him tonight. And what's funny is he won't tell me what the question was. Did you know you were going to talk to him tonight? Like he says you knew. Like you had a feeling, and I could see you like looking for a message, like you knew. Okay, perfect. So this is so you know that it's him. It really is him, right? Again, because he's like, you're being tested. I am being tested, but it's okay. I would be the one to be tested because I don't care. Because I'm not lying. This isn't fake, right? So, uh, but it's important that you know. So he won't tell me what your question was, but he says the answer is yes, and there's more to be revealed soon. I don't know what that means because he won't let me know. Like, it's funny. He knows I'm supposed to be directing this, but he's like trying to push those boundaries with me. But I have a strong personality too, so that would make sense that he would come through me because he knows the important things are that you know that it really is him and that you get your message. Does all that make sense to you? Okay. Yeah, you don't have to worry about whatever you're worrying about. He's like, ah. I said you don't have to worry about it because that's the impression that I got. And he's saying he's like, don't say extra words. Just say what I say. Okay. So you got the message and you know it's him. And that's what's important. Okay. Well, thank you for showing up. I'm glad that he came through. He's trying to high five me. He says I did good. He knows he did good. It's like I don't even have to tell him thank you. He already knows he did good. So I'm so happy he came through. He is funny. He's a good energy. He's a great energy, actually. Um, so that's gonna be my last one for tonight. I've got to go drink some tea and put some honey. I gotta go take my herbs because this is almost gone, but it's not. It's almost gone. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. If you guys could like, share, explained to you why the algorithm doesn't know me. YouTube is not pushing me out because I am not monetized. So, um, I really appreciate that you guys came spend some time with me. Please check out my other videos. On Thursday, we will be talking about astrology and this Jupiter Saturn square and how it's the opening square. Okay. So I love you, love you, love you. Thank you so much. I will see you guys soon. I'll let you guys say goodbye before I close the session. Laughing out loud, much appreciation. Absolutely. Bye, guys. You're welcome, Denise. Love you, Denise. Love you too. You're welcome. Hello. Bye, Eagle. I'll see you soon. Thanks for joining us.